Hello class 9 students. Today I will teach you exercise 7.4 question number 7. Show that of all line segments drawn from a given point, not on it, the perpendicular line segment is the shortest. So draw the diagram. AB is a line segment. P is any point not lying on the line AB, not lying on it. PQ drawn as a perpendicular to this. We are going to prove that PQ is the shortest line segment. One more line is drawn, either right side or left side, anywhere you can draw. Say PR is another line which is connected from P and R point taken on the line AB. With the help of this I have to prove it, PQ is the shortest line segment. And you know that perpendicular will be always shortest line segment, but we are going to prove it. Now, to prove this one, since PQ is perpendicular to AB, then angle Q will be 90 degree. Now, this looks like a triangle. In a triangle, you know sum of three angles 180 degree. Angle Q already given 90 degree. So, other two angles are acute angles. So, angle P also acute and angle R also acute angles. That means angle Q is greater than angle P also, angle Q is greater than angle R also. And I have to prove it, PQ is the shortest line segment. So, since angle Q greater than angle R, look at the sketch, angle Q greater than angle R, then Q opposite PR, R opposite PQ. PR will be greater than PQ, because you know that greater angle has longer side opposite to it. Again, greater angle has longer side opposite to it. Again, since PR is greater than PQ, that shows PQ should be smaller than PR. So comparing to PR, PQ is smallest. That shows PQ is the shortest line segment, hence proved. That means only we are doing that, one extra line is made. Compared to that, PQ we are trying to show it is shortest. Angle Q is 90 degree, then R and P both are acute angles. So compare angle Q and R. Angle Q is greater than angle R. So angle Q opposite PR, angle R opposite PQ. So PR is greater than PQ. If PR is greater than PQ, then PQ must be smaller than PR. That shows PQ is the shortest line segment. Now, in chapter 7, one important theorem I'll teach you. That is in page number 126, theorem 7.1. It is there in the syllabus. Every board it is there in the syllabus. Theorem 7.1, name ASA congruence rule. Sentence should be memorized. Two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to corresponding two angles and the included side of the other triangle. So I have to prove this angle side angle congruence rule. Already two angles and included side of one triangle are equal to corresponding two angles and the included side of the other triangle, already given. So we have to prove this. Given in triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Let us write angle ABC equal to angle DEF, angle ACB equal to angle DFE, and BC equal to EF. So these are all given materials. Two angles and included side is available. Angle ABC, angle DEF both are equal. Angle ACB, angle DFE also equal. DFE means full angle, and BC and EF also equal. But till then I have to prove both the triangles are congruent. Triangle ABC and triangle DEF both are congruent. Already matching parts are available. Mind it, you are proving angle side angle congruence rule. Already two angles and included side is already equal. It is given in the question itself. But till then they are telling us to prove it. So by using some other criteria, we are going to prove this. So to prove triangle ABC congruent to triangle DEF. Now at present we don't know whether both the triangles are congruent or not. So in our proof, first we can compare this AB, DE. Even if you want, you can compare AC and DF also. Since triangle we don't know they are congruent or not. That's why AB and DE may not be equal. So if we compare AB and DE, then the following three possibilities are found. Number one, AB can be equal to DE also. Number 2, AB is smaller than DE. AB is greater than also DE. So we are comparing this AB and we are comparing this DE. Three possibilities are found. AB equal to DE, AB is smaller than DE, and AB is greater than DE. If we compare AB and DE, then the following three possibilities are found. That is, AB and DE both are equal, AB is smaller than DE, AB is greater than DE. Now, first case, let us take AB equal to DE. So when AB and DE both are equal, select both the triangles ABC and DEF. So in triangle ABC and DEF, AB equal to DE, already we are selecting this one, we are holding this one. That's why you are going to write this supposition. Angle ABC and angle DEF already given equal, BC and EF also given equal, then both the triangles are congruent by side angle side congruency. So first case, we are taking AB and DE both are equal because we don't know they are same or different. So we are considering three cases. One case AB equal to DE, one AB less than DE, another AB greater than DE. So when AB equal to DE, both the triangles we are selecting. AB equal to DE already we have selected this. So we are writing that one supposition since we are selecting this one, and this angle equal to this given, BC equal to EF also given. Both the triangles are congruent by side angle side congruency. Now let us go for case 2. Case 2, we are taking AB less than DE. Since AB is less than DE, look at the figure once. Since AB is smaller than DE, that is our second case, then both the lines are not same. AB is smaller than DE, so DE should be greater than. Then on the line you select this point G anywhere such that this one and this one both are equal. So take this small triangle and this small triangle GEF, make it congruent now. In this case, AB is smaller than DE, that means DE is greater. So on the line we are selecting a point G and we are trying to prove this small triangle and this small triangle both are congruent. So case 2, when AB less than DE, then let us consider a point G on DE such that AB equals to GE. We are considering this, we are holding this, and FG is joined. So we are getting triangle ABC and GEF. In triangle ABC and triangle GEF, AB equal to GE, that we are considering, so it will be supposition. Angle ABC and angle GEF also equal because it is given to us angle ABC and DEF both are same. BC equals to EF already given. Then both the triangles, triangle ABC and triangle GEF both are congruent by side angle side congruency. Let me show from the sketch once more. We are doing second case, that is AB is smaller than DE. There AB and DE both are not same. That's why one point G I have selected on the line DE such that GE and AB both are same. Then we are taking this small triangle, this triangle ABC and this small triangle GEF. AB and GE already taken equal, that is by supposition. This angle ABC and this angle DEF already given equal. So angle ABC, DEF already equal. That means angle ABC and GEF also equal because already given ABC and DEF both are same, but DEF and GEF meaning is same only, angle is same only. So second condition I have taken angle ABC equals to angle GEF. Third, BC is equal to EF. Then both the small triangles are congruent by side angle side congruency. If both the triangles are congruent, then this ACB and this small triangle GFE both are same. But already in the question we have ACB is equal to DFE. So if ACB is equal to GFE also, ACB equals to DFE also, then this full angle and this small angle both has to be equal. But if these two angles are equal, then only possibility is that this GF should mix with DF. That means both must coincide. Then only I can say GFE and DFE. You could see that this big one is DFE, small one is GFE, both are equal. Both are equal. So GFE and DFE both are equal. So this is possible only when this GF and DF both will coincide. That means G and D will mix. Now see the writing, case 2. When AB less than DE, then let us consider a point G on DE such that this we are holding. FG is joined. So both the triangle we have selected and we are making congruency. After making congruency by side angle side, by CPCT, angle ACP angle ACB and angle GFE both are equal, that is CPCT. Again, in the question itself, in our given area, we have angle ACB is equal to angle DFE. Both are given. This is given. So if we compare these two, both the left side are matching, then left side also, right side also will match. That is angle GFE and angle DFE both are same. As I told you, this is possible only when G and D are coincides. That is AB and DE both are equal. Now, in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, we will select where AB equal to DE, because already we are getting AB and DE both are equal, that's proved above. Angle ABC and angle DEF already given equal, BC is equal to EF, that also given. Then both the triangles are congruent by side angle side congruency. Now case 3, since it is very long theorem, we will not discuss in details. So for case 3, what we will do? Now for case 3, when AB greater than DE, then let us consider a point, any point, say M on AB, such that MB equals to DE. Now just repeating the arguments, whatever I have given in second case, we can prove it, both the triangles are congruent. So you don't need to show that, you can write by this way. Since AB greater than DE, that is our third case, then let us consider a point M on AB such that MB is equal to DE. Then repeat the arguments, whatever you have repeated in case 2, for this case also, then you can prove it, triangle ABC congruent to triangle DEF. Therefore, this triangle both are congruent, hence proved. That is your theorem 7.1. One of the important theorem for 5 marks. First case, second case in details you will show, and third case just like similarly we can prove it. If you show this one in details, it will be more longer again. That's why normally we are not showing the third case. So third case just like a repeating like second case, we can prove it. That is your theorem 7.1. So chapter 7 is done. Theorem also I taught you. Even today I taught one more question. So with this I will conclude today. So bye for today.